I think it's like 30-40 minutes.
Yeah,
I think there's not as much holding the high ground potential from Viking this game. And yeah, that's basically it.
Yeah,
and I think Alliance is a better draft.
And it was all hinging on that Timbersaw for you.
I think the Timber's a really good pick.
Yeah, Timber's going to do a lot of work this game. If the Timber owns his lane and just continues the tempo, I can see them like owning the game. Nico Baby just plays so damn aggressive. I just have that like little bit of faith in Viking, just having that gusto in them, still deep, to keep them going.
Yeah, I mean it's one of Limp's best heroes too, this Timbersaw. So like he's played it in metas where it's dog shit and he owns with it. So.
Then let's see, after being in a very uncomfortable 96-minute game, if some comfort might bring Alliance to a quick 2-0 as we look forward to the next game of this series.
Yeah, let's find out here, ladies and gentlemen, as we get ready for this game 2. Ready to go pretty soon. We've just had the Jars Fog. Well, what do you reckon? The panel, they called the Timbersaw as the last pick does come out from Alliance. Do you sort of see Alliance playing this fast and getting some good momentum going? Or again, do you think there's going to be issues? Viking GG last game and the other bits of it showed us some very solid laning against Alliance.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely looks like a really good Timber game. There really is not a whole lot of damage he has to worry about. If this Tiny, in particular, doesn't just explode, you know, right? Like, it just can't, like, get these chain kills on him. Who provides the damage? Like, Jug isn't going to. Shockwave, Shadow Demon. Soulcatcher can maybe change some tides and stuff like that. By the time he gets there, though, you'll imagine the Timber starts to get items in order to deal with it. So, it looks like a really strong Timber pick in order to distract them, right? Because it's all about Nico Baby having that success for the Void. But I do agree also that there is a lot of ways for them to botch their pushes, right? Like if they do get out of position, there's a lot of repositioning. There's a swap, there's a toss, there's a Magnus skewer. There's a lot of different ways that we could see Viking GG try to take advantage of a Timbersaw that overplays his hand.
Yeah, yeah, as you say, that combo in particular, Magnus Tiny, I feel that's something we've seen a lot of teams go for, definitely. Something behind that.
Look at that item build. Boots mid.
Yeah, I mean, you're against the Timbersaw,
yeah,
right?
It makes sense. Like, that's a pretty cool approach. I haven't seen it too often, but yeah.
Make sure that, you know, if you do start to get nuked down low, you're able to retreat. Make sure you don't get caught out by too many of the whirling deaths.
Still sounds like a very unfun matchup for the Tiny, as Limp's going to play very aggressively for those. It denies. Ooh, Boom actually misses.
Oh,
a couple of those last hits. Yeah, Limmp will be off to an excellent start. And, hey, you know, Limmp, very comfortable Timber player, also very comfortable Tiny player. So he should know the ins and outs of what he's playing against throughout the majority of this early game.
This can't be nice for Boom.
Nah. See bottom. Hanskin, he's gone for the full stats build. And, oh, Celery. Very close to actually dying there.
Yeah, having to use his Ferret Fire.
I mean, Shad also has to be careful. He can't commit forward. Like we said, this Rubik went for the stat build. I believe I saw him with the Crown plus triple branch. So he has that crazy type of right click that comes out from him to just trade. And that Blood Ray pure damage will always be a factor. Ooh, Celery not getting the last hit on the range creep already. Alliance off to a solid start in that mid and bottom lane. And top, you'd imagine, you know, Void, he doesn't actually have the best lane up here. It's a little bit of pressure coming out, especially because the Shadow Poison is there early.
Yeah, interesting to see, because I feel like we've seen a lot of Shadow Demons recently just not go for the poison. So,
usually that's the 5, though.
Ah, that's true. Yeah. I guess, yeah, you're right. We are going to see the as you said, played as the 4.
Yeah.
And do you like that? It still plays for the 4 Shadow Demon in this meta?
It's a good save versus a lot of what Alliance does have, and I think that hero does have untapped potential in the 4 position. He has an Aghanims that breaks, right? So I think if you ever can get that item, it can change the entirety of a game, right? Like, Timbersaw just gets broken, you know, Void, etc. if it gets to those later stages. So what can they do onto FNG here? Good chunk of damage here.
They should be able to get him off here with a Shockwave slow, dragging him back.
A couple more hits.
Should be first blood. Ooh, the movement speed favoring FNG? No, it's not.
No,
Toby's able to get in. First blood for him.
Yeah. But we're still seeing these lanes playing out pretty well. Like, he's dying, but look how far he forced them away from the wave. So Void is able to get those solid last hits, and that's usually what Jakiro does. He soaks the pressure. So it really is looking like 3-1 lanes for Alliance, the way they've set these things up for themselves, which is, I mean, that's the only way they can set up their lanes. You know, this is a very standard kind of setup for them. So we're going to have to see Viking try to break the mold a little bit here and somehow come out victorious with some kills or something like that, because it's not going to get better for them in these lanes. It's going to get harder and harder, especially with this Timbersaw versus Tiny matchup. I mean, Bloodseeker gets stronger too.
To this lane, once Limmp hits 6, you can't be here if you're Boom. I mean, what's he going to do? What's this Tiny...
He can't do anything pre-6. You can't do anything even before that. The lane is impossible. if you don't get some type of like level 1 gank or something. Even then, the lane is impossible. You can't actually do too much as this Tiny here. And he's... I mean, I think he might just walk back to base, actually, because he's at the threat of dying. It's a huge concern.
Yeah, this is... Yeah, I mean, the draft, Alliance have just smashed it on all fronts in regards to the lane setups.
Yep, but Panel said it, right? They want them to smash the lanes, and Alliance did draft themselves for that type of success. This is going to have to be, looks like it's going to have to be some type of comeback with some Empower plus Jug, because this is, it's going to be really tough for them to do anything. Like, Shad, no way he can pressure this lane ever. So S4 can just hit creeps, even if he's getting spun on. I think he can just stand still and attack creeps and heal off of it, and just they can turn the fight afterwards.
A mid lane, 4-minute rune. See who's going to be able to grab this.
Gonna toss him away, maybe. Considering how he's gonna play it.
And that's going to be quite nice for Boom. At least give him some chance at getting the CS, getting the denies with this DD.
Yep, still gonna hit the Timber for 0, and still gonna get zoned away, but maybe he can get a couple of last hits as he's really suffering. And yeah, because that whole play that happened, you know, Nico Baby, he's got a full wand and a Wraith Band finished, and now that spam, Shadow Demon and Magnus do nothing to Void. He can sustain easily versus that. Even aggressively glyphing now early on here, as soon as it does pretty much come up. It's tough. Tough start here for Viking.
See bottom.
Look, they can't actually kill these heroes.
I mean, Blade Fury just, it's not doing enough damage.
No, they can't kill S4 with it ever, unless he like massively misplays. They can maybe catch the Rubik if he's too far up in some situation, but yeah, Bloodseeker just sustains through it.
On top, Toby is in trouble if Nico Baby gets more bashes, but won't be able to. Toby.
He's holding skill points as well, too. Two held skill points on that Magnus at the moment.
5-minute rune. Celery is going to be able to grab them, but he's probably going to die for this.
Yep.
As they'll chase him down. Oh, he can't
kill the rune, though.
The bounty rune. Oh, yeah, I guess they realize that they're not even going to try and chase for it.
Yep.
And top lane. They're trying to get aggressive onto FNG.
Do they have the next poison?
And Aramis.
They do.
He is almost certainly going to die in return here. Nico Baby just needs a bash. He's not finding it, though. He's not getting the bash.
There it is.
That'll do it.
And with the time dilation as well. Bit of extra slow for him to catch up there. He's still farming perfectly fine and getting kill involvement. Limmp, as we said, dominating.
Mid lane. Oh, it's quite the win here for the Timber.
I just don't know what you do because you can't even rotate your supports to kill him is the problem. Your Shadow Demon and Venge don't really give you any damage to kill this hero until way later on. At least from the Shadow Demon Soul Catcher whenever he does get those type of points in. And they'll even secure the rune.
Oh, He's going to want to take that away from Boom.
Messes with him a little bit there.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
He's going to get the D-ward as well. He will. A fast, almost instant D-ward as that's only been up for like 20-30 seconds or so. And puts his ward of his own to get the vision in case of any rotations. But I don't think Limmp even has to worry about any. As we said, there's no damage to kill this Timbersaw.
I mean, Limp's just going on Boom. There's nothing Celery can do. An extra TP's coming in. Boom's going to turn with his hots back onto Limmp. But Nico Baby jumps over. Time dilation's there, and he's joined forces with the two of them in the mid lane to come and pick up a kill.
And he's going to press her. They're going to take the tower. Limmp is just going to stand there. He's got max reactive armor, so this is very likely a tower that they can't contest unless they bring heavy forces. But even then, Limmp is buff. He's got the cloak even finished up too. They're bringing everybody. Shadow Demon's coming now as well.
They really want to get him. He is pretty low. But is he low enough to be burst? The shockwave comes out. The poisons start to stack up. They turn. The chrono's out. Nico Baby's got the catch onto the two of them. If they take out Toby with the chakram, Magic Missile comes out onto Nico Baby. He's got the Time Warp, but he won't get the chance to use it. Boom's able to catch him in the combo.
All right. Oh, wait. Shad. Uh-oh. This is a solo kill for S4. Oh.
I admit nothing but...
I think is that the Veil coming out on the courier as well? I think it is. Oh boy. Well, at least they got Nico Baby's Void in mid, but definitely a lot of problems they're going to have to be dealing with.
Yeah, got both of these tier 1 towers getting pressured so early.
Yep.
By Alliance this game.
And Veil looking super hot with all of Alliance's heroes. Every single one of them getting massive benefits from this item. Especially Timber, of course, those pure damage getting buffed up even more so than the damage they already do. Limmp knows ya. Just get the hood, continue the pressure on mid. They at least defended the tower and got the kill on the Void. But they're gonna need to really address whenever that Timber does press forward. Boom. It's a bounty. He'll use a little bit of that mana, too, for the maximum efficiency of the bottle.
Limmp trying to chase him down. And again, just
he might die here.
Limmp off the mark. And off the mark again here. So boom.
Just kidding.
He's out.
Just kidding. Ooh, Omni. Got the rupture afterwards. That's 4.
Could he get a kill here? Unlikely with Shad having the healing ward. Well, maybe with the blood right actually, this magical damage. My goodness, he can.
Yep. Max blood right with Veil. Can't neglect that boom. He's making rotation, but it's spotted under a ward.
I admit nothing but
FNG is slow. He goes for the courier. Oh, he doesn't quite get it.
Has fallen.
They're not going to find anything with that movement.
And he loses his tower immediately because of that movement.
Under attack.
And unable to get that kill set up either.
I bring the 3 down here as well. Alliance can try and find this tier 1. Boom and Celery will hang around.
Yeah, just leave Nico Baby on an island. Limmp doesn't need your help, so yeah, pressure bottom. Pressure this Jug. The Jug is mid now, of course, trying to avoid that pressure, but it's not a fun place to be versus this Timbersaw.
Yeah, Limmp is just huge. This Timber pick really coming into action here in the laning stage. His first 10 minutes, he's just taking over. A 6-4, 3k lead for Alliance, 9.5 minutes in.
Boom, trying for a grab here, but there's a lot of heroes.
And again, this blood right is just destroying them. This fast start for S4 is just going to be so problematic. This Max blood right and Veil, as you say, with the combination of the backup, they could just blow up whoever they want. Whoever shows up on this bottom half or anywhere near the Bloodseeker will die.
They're just going to run from tower to tower and just take them now with Timber. And Void, like we said, Nico Baby can just farm on the sides there, and Viking, they don't have great ways to deal with this. They're going to have to just sacrifice that tower. They're going to have to just play for some type of greed game and hope for the best in this one, because it's looking like this one might be an early one.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Aramis getting aggressive.
Hanskin. Will he go down here? All right. This is going to save him from a bit of the Blade Fury damage. And now Nico Baby's going to get the chance to come in with the Chronosphere. Only gets it onto the one of them, but it should be a secure kill nonetheless with the Blood Ride coming out. They'll burst him down low, but maybe not. Celery actually with the swap. The bait. It's going to work for Viking. They turn it around. They look towards Nico Baby. Another swap. Celery keeping him in reach of the Jug with the Omni Slash. The bounce is actually taking him over to S4 though nonetheless. And S4 and Nico Baby, they're still alive here. Another avalanche comes in onto Nico Baby. Nico Baby with the juice. Can Shab find him? He can't. The time walks out in time. Nico Baby's actually going to live here. Extra TP's coming in the tree. Won't be enough damage. Nico Baby survives with the stick charges. Limmp cleans up Shad before Shad's able to get out. And now Boom and Celery, they're stuck in pretty deep.
So bad.
They're still trying to find S4. They can't reach him. Celery turns with a magic missile, but the Chakram takes him out. As Viking, they just couldn't quite do enough damage. Both S4 and Nico Baby came so close to dying, and they couldn't do it. They couldn't get them. They live. Alliance turned things around more than easily there with the time that Viking had to spend diving in, and it cost Viking 3 of their lives, 2 of them being the big ones, both Shad and Boom dying deep behind enemy lines.
I admit nothing but my sadness.
I guess they're just trying to cause a lot of craziness because I think they know how tough this one really is going to be for them there. Their Magnus is getting some decent farm. He actually took majority of that space because it was the Jug diving forward there, but such nice kiting coming out from Alliance, surviving all these magic wand charges, really built up. FNG.
Yeah, this was
watch him
whilst we saw the diving up in the jungle top.
Yeah.
And S4, just continue to fly out. He's going to have the Yules done in about a camp's time.
3-0-4. And this is before he has any points in the Blood Rage to make his Timbersaw that much stronger, or himself, of course, with those Blood Rights.
Yeah, you're right. A Blood Rage Timber, one of those heroes that cares a little less about the HP drain because you just have so much regen going with the stacks of the armor.
Oh, and buffing up all that pure damage too. Ooh, it's tasty.
That's an insane amount. And going for this build as well, right? The Bloodstone. So you're going to have the Bloodstone buff and the Blood Rage. You are just going to destroy these heroes.
Boom. Tickles Limmp a little bit there. And Limmp continuing to play aggro, trying to go for these tower pressures here to shrink the map. Because if you're playing versus a Magnus and a Jug, shrinking the map just gets very scary for Viking. And Limmp has no fear. as he shouldn't.
Just 13 minutes pressuring the tier 2 tower down bottom.
And this Tiny, as he was unfortunately in the lane versus the Timber here, is nowhere near a Blink Dagger. Try to get any of these type of catches.
Tower has fallen.
Tower's gone. They can go take an outpost.
13 minutes. That's got to be one of the quicker tier 2s we've seen go down here at the Omega League.
Now they have full access into the jungle, which Viking really does want to have access into theirs as well as their triangle. And everything's just scary for them. Chad, he's getting him powered up so he can try to get that active farm. They're still looking to play invasive. And oh, they actually have some juicy stacks here to take.
Oh, well, they do. They're going to get them. Well, look a bit Viking. And Celery, he's going to pay with his life. Shad, can he clean this up in time? He's getting a lot of farm.
He might get chronoed.
He knows he can't TP out. He's trying to run. Nico, baby. They're getting it off. Booms in with the Thompson with the Omni Slash. They certainly kill the Void. Doesn't look like... Oh, well, they do get the Jakiro as well, but Alliance should still have the superior cleanup as they surround the Magnus. Toby tries for the skewer out, but he's going to end up bringing S4 with him. S4 can continue to chase. Greaves are popped, but they've got the Yules into Bloodbright. Toby taken out as well.
They got Nico Baby.
They do get something. Again, Nico Baby just unable to get that Chronosphere off with Boom hitting him with the Avalanche.
I can't believe he time walked. I thought he was just going to chrono in place because he was ruptured. He could just kill the healing ward, then have the backup from his team for the damage. He probably thinking he didn't have the damage, but time walking in was crazy versus Ava as well as the combo, plus the Omni Slash. Yeah, Nico Baby slipping up a bit here, giving maybe some signs of life here to Viking. As all things considered, they're not that crazy far behind. The Jug and that Magnus still farming decent. Tiny just got a little bit of recovery too.
Yeah, with that power, Jug can catch up.
He can catch up. This is a game that they want to play for those later stages, and especially when the Void's starting to make these mistakes, you might be feeling invigorated a little bit here.
Yeah, and you did get a good amount of the stacks there from Alliance's half of the map when you came over. Bottom lane.
There's the chrono. He'll find himself an easy one. That's 470 gold. I guess it was a killing spree on the Shadow Demon there, but okay, that actually ends up working for in Nico Baby's favor.
I see Viking. Now that they've got some fire,
yeah, Boom.
They're going to be quick with the plays.
He's level 9 as well, so he has good kill damage.
This is going to be an easy one. FNG is found.
All right, and this is fast. Almost a blink finished up now for him. He was only at like 600 gold before they actually made that invasive play. That was huge for them. Let's see if Seller is able to find these D wards as he's spotted walking in here. It's a pretty sneaky ward coming out from Alliance, son. Oh, instant TP, but there's a Yules.
Yeah, not going to work against S4.
Nope. Hanskin securing it so the neutrals cannot.
I see Hanskin also with the extra catch. He's got the Atos this game on Rube.
Oh, cool. Okay. Is that ward actually just outside of the sentry ward up top there? It looks like. I think it is right up top left.
Oh yeah, that
looks like just outside of the sentry range. A very different ward.
Oh.
They have the damage.
Do they?
It's looking a little tough here. They don't have enough.
They don't. That's what's going to be able to live. That's an RP down the drain.
Are fortified.
Oh, they're glyphing to try to make him stick around here. Yeah, FNG knows something's up. S4 will back away.
And what we got down bottom? Hanskin.
There's a sentry ward there. Hanskin is in some trouble.
I mean, Nico Baby, yeah, no chrono, so Nico Baby can't really help out.
He looks pretty dead here.
You gotta leave the Rubik behind.
Aramis doing work down here with these sentry ward placements. They got the D ward, I believe that was there earlier on that right high ground, and then able to get that kill.
Boom's going for this. Have they got enough burst? No, the skewer missed.
Up north.
The skewer missed, and now Boom.
He can TP though.
Ryan TP, they've got Yules. The TPs just ain't gonna work against S4. As Nico Baby and Limmp come over to clean him up. Limmp, of course, with that Bloodstone picking up the charge.
Looked like S4 was low on mana there, but had enough for the Yules anyway. Still keeping at a consistent 4K lead for Alliance here, but I do feel like Vikings making some pretty good space moves here, right? They're giving him space for the Jug. He's got a diffusal. Definitely has that damage to deal with, and I mean, the mana burn is something frustrating for Timbersaw for sure, but he is very fat on the Timber still with that Bloodstone.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of mana you need to burn for him to really start carrying.
Better than I'd expected them to be doing after this pretty tough start.
Sure, with the Tiny getting no sort of game in the lane. He's at least able to contribute to some of these moves.
Yeah, Diffusal can definitely make some pretty big differences versus... I mean, the Void, too. It can be annoying. Quick hits with that Omni Slash. You only have 450 mana pool. He's got one, but...
Maybe in the fights, if you're dropping Chrono, and that's half your mana pool.
Yeah.
So you're going to be able to stop him from time walking if in the long drawn-out fights, especially with Omni Slash.
He actually sneaks in and steals the Ancient stack that Hanskin just set up.
They're getting a lot of the stacks away from Alliance. Here's Limmp. He's going to come in from the side. Toby trying to skewer him away, but Limp's able to continue to chase. Shad.
Omni was used.
Towards S4, and Nico Baby getting low. Again, they're in over. They got Nico Baby again. They're getting the Void every single time with these combos.
And Shad, it's a long TP. Oh. He actually has to stop it.
A lot of Atos. Now onto the bench, limping on the front lines. Hansken turning over towards Celery. There will be the disruption to hold back the Rubik. Celery getting focused by Limmp. Shad alive. Another telekinesis. The skewer from Toby, pushing Hansken off to the side.
Oh my god.
They've lost 4. It's only Limmp left alive.
Oh my god, they're doing it.
I mean, we're seeing just so many times. Nico Baby's getting caught out by the burst.
Yeah.
He's not getting the chance to use his Chronosphere because Viking, boom, he's on top of him. This Void needs a BKB before he tries to fight.
He hesitated. That was the thing, right? Like Shad, it was turning on him, and the Void hesitated for a second after the Omni, and then boom comes in with a perfect move. Wow, Viking making some real heads-up moves in these last few moments. Kind of evening the game out entirely.
Elias is going to try and come in and punish them for taking the tower. Limmp looking over towards Aramis. Destruction will buy some time. Limmp, he's going to want to try and chase on. He is relatively alone, though. Nobody else quite in range. FNG and Hanskin trying to make it over.
They're trying to stall away here. They have RP, but they don't have Omni, and they're a little bit afraid of this positioning as all of Alliance are running over, and they see it with these wards.
Boom's going to show mid. Limmp is he able to get in range to cancel the blink. It's going to be up in 5 seconds.
He's trying.
He's trying with these trees that he's planting, but can't quite reach him. Boom's away.
Pushed them away from the bounty rune, at least the secondary one, so they should claim 3 on the side of Alliance, but this is really good signs. Yeah, really good signs for Viking.
He's getting up there.
These kills on Nico Baby, like Nico Baby's playing very careless. It does seem so far in this one, and it's not like he's playing versus an easy game as Void. He's playing versus Bench. He's playing versus Shadow Demon. This is double saves versus a Chronosphere. And Viking, they're starting to feel like they are starting to get that damage to deal with everybody. They can ignore the Timber for some time. The rest of them are pretty fragile. Doing a very good job so far.
Yeah, it feels very hard for him to go before he has the BKB.
Yeah.
They're just going to have so many ways to mess with you in the Chrono, as you say. There's Viking. Smoke up and just going to finish off this tier 1 tower. TP coming in from Limmp and from Hansken.
Soul Catcher. We'll mess with him a bit. But with, oh, he has Essence Ring as well on top for this Timber. Okay. And I believe that was the reveal of the Shadow Demon Blink Dagger right there from Aramis, as he quickly blinked away from the Timber jumping onto him.
Oh, we will have Lone Lions getting back in and taking another tower. At the top lane, we'll lose their tier 1. Nico Baby. Okay, so not going for the BKB at all, just trying to go for the stats SMY into the MKB. It's Toby. Now to remove that Atos with the Greaves. Skewer back. Limmp trying to stay on top of him. S4 comes in with the Rupture. It's Toby. And is Limmp going to dive this? Oh, that swap kind of helped him out. Limp's up to the high ground. They'll try and burst Limmp. RP as well. They're throwing everything on him. Then comes the Chrono. Catches the 3 of them. They'll focus down Toby first, finish him off with the Shockwave. Now they'll turn over towards the Joke. The telekinesis into the bashes. They've got the lockdown. Shad's dead. Nice Chrono from Nico Baby. Came out in a way where Viking weren't able to actually use any of the saves to stop them from getting the kills on the 2 cores.
Limp's still showing that he's the boss. When he can walk up to the high ground there with all this 18 Bloodstone, the Essence Ring, the Hood.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
They have no way to still address this, and this time they kind of focused him, so it gave Nico Baby the space to be able to jump in. And that was the RP expended. Slip up there from Viking cost him heavily. Gonna lose their last outer tower, it seems like, so shortly. They will be respawning soon.
Dire are scanning.
And Alliance will actually give them some respect there.
Yeah, they'll chill out a bit, wait for their ults to come back up. Wait for that Chrono.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Quickly back up to that 5,000 gold lead, and Alliance, they're still keeping their footing around the area. They still have that ward in position. And Limmp,
I mean, you say he don't care.
Yeah.
Limmp goes wherever he wants.
They're gonna try maybe here.
Does he?
Thinking about it.
I think he still goes wherever he wants. That's Limmp. Help with the chain. Again, just not able to nearly do enough damage to kill him. She's going to try for the setup onto Hansken. They'll get the Rubik. Rubik swap back into the Blade Fury of Shad.
Trying to pick that fight while Kronos... It's a snail.
Oh, it's a snail.
She's chilling.
Very nice.
All right, let's get back into it here as they're looking for Nico Baby. No chrono up, 50 seconds. Trying to get some type of catch.
He's in the ball. He's in trouble.
He's dead
again. Oh, again.
They had something in their mind on that pause. They stuck to it.
Yes, it's simple. We kill the Nico Baby, and they do. They're doing it every time. Nico Baby is consistently getting caught out. The tips are coming out.
Toby's like, I'm gonna die. You know what?
Yep.
You're gonna die too, and I'm gonna give you a tip.
He died so that he could tip.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
You know, you know it from your pub games. The people that tip the most are the ones that die the most.
Tower is under attack.
Likely to be true. Boom telling his team, no, keep confident, don't give up. As this Jug gets time to farm while the Void is dead. And any of this type of breathing room for them is, you know, very fortunate. As like we said, they want to be able to take this one to the later stages. Shadow Demon is having a hell of a game, man. 8-2-4, right? Aramis is, he's crushing.
I mean, you said there was maybe untapped potential with the 4 Shadow Demon.
That's what I was saying.
There's probably other teams watching this and going, my goodness, we can do that too. What we have here, that was the kill, of course, up top. Whilst we had the move being made onto the Void. Manta done on Shad, so he's got the Manta Diffusal ready to roll.
Oh, it looks like Aramis is actually going for the Lotus Orb for his team, not going for the Aghanims yet.
Okay. I mean, as you said, you know, if they're going by the theory of we'll just take this later than a line it's comfortable with, get these items that are going to make sure that you're not going to feed, you're going to be able to save people, then go for the big items like the Aghanims. No need to rush for that Ags.
Sure. Just get it later. Protect your Omni, you know, reflect some Ruptures, reflect some Lifts, etc., some Fade Bolts, all that kind of good stuff. Remove the silences from the Blood Right. Can be a big one too. Sure, I mean, they're getting a lot of space to farm. The Jug has now overtaken. He is the #1 net worth in the game.
I mean, yeah,
this is big.
You know, he did die a lot earlier. You know, he's got 5 deaths on him, Shad.
But he's fine.
But at this point, it definitely feels like the kills on Nico Baby are just hurting that bit much more.
Yep.
His farm slowed down. They're going to try and come out. Chrono's back online. See what they can do here. Still a very strong team fight alliance.
Shad's got illusions actually cutting the wave's bottom. They'll die now, but he was cutting a bit of the wave for a moment.
And they don't find anything straight away there. Obviously very hard to try and go for Boom. Never really a target you want to jump in and Chrono. Anybody with a blink it's going to be a nightmare to play against.
And they're getting more and more farm on the map. You know, Jug, he's getting all of the farm pretty much, as it's all about him in this game. They're letting him take pretty much everything as Boom probably is already satisfied with his items. They're even getting him some stacks as they're defending the triangle. It's you know, it's not looking bad for Viking anymore here. This Jug is very scary, and he's going for Scotty, which has a lot of different purposes in this game, especially versus Timbersaw. Negate that regen. Same thing versus that Void. Very strong. And he's gonna be level 18, so level 3 Omni Slash. With this Empower and this decent amount of attack speed, he can definitely pack a pretty punch. And they're always sticking behind him. You see that save. The Venge always going to be running right behind Shad just to protect him from that Chronosphere potential. Level 2 swap as well online, so better cast range. All about Shad. As it was in the last game as well.
I mean, when it comes to taking Roche, do you think we'll see? I mean, I guess when the Chrono's on, you don't really want to head in if you're Viking.
No. Unless you can do some insane sneak. But still risky.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, already Alliance kicking out scans around the Roche pit just to check if Viking are thinking about it.
Is under attack.
See these neutral items being picked up, 27 minutes. Looks like everybody's finishing those. Spider legs for Bloodseeker. I believe we had a was it a telescope on Viking?
Someone had a telescope.
I think it was a telescope on Viking, which actually very important in this game. When you're playing like Shadow Demon Venge, this extra bit of cast range versus that Chronosphere, yeah, Venge has the telescope. It can make a world of difference. So that's a really good RNGesus for them there.
A nice one in for the damage. If Nico Baby wants to hold on to that, the Enchanted Quiver. And keeping the Quickening Charm out of efficiency. Quickening Charm Midas.
The Midas, yes. He'll pretty much have the Scotty finished up. So he's going to be very tanky. He's very likely to not die to that burst damage, but...
And I get he needs to, because he doesn't have any saves himself on his team. Nobody really else able to keep him protected. Some nice items here where Shad's got himself the Orb of Destruction.
Yep, and a Mindbreaker on the side of Alliance. Likely to give that one to Nico Baby.
Radiant's top
Yeah, Nico
tower
Baby's
is
got a good
under
few
attack.
options.
Yeah.
Mindbreaker. Did I just say Mindbreaker twice? I did.
You did.
Mindbreaker. Enchanted Quiver.
I was like, what?
It's getting late.
I was like, because one of his abilities, Mindbreaker? No.
Mindbreaker. My mind is broken.
Limmp near his Shivas, still getting pretty strong too. And they're actually the ones who are going to go and commit for that rush, because they have the Chronosphere, they have the Jakiro, they have all these ults at the ready, forcing Vikings' hand. The scan comes out though.
Oh, they're nowhere near. They're nowhere near though. Oh, they're going to prepare. But, little to their knowledge, they're nowhere near. Viking is going to start making moves.
They're starting to actually slowly get over there.
Probably dead though, right?
Yeah.
It's dead. It's gone.
They gotta
Couldn't
back
quite
away.
make it there in time.
Chad being chased away.
They've got the chrono. If Nico Baby sees a chance for it, obviously he's got to be very aware of the saves that will come out. So holding on to it for now. Oh, they're on the back lines. Toby Tate's going to go for the RP. Only got Jakiro though. Nothing spectacular. And the passes on Shad, forcing him to continue to run. He's been ruptured as well. Shad's trying to get out of it.
The rupture.
He's going to pop the Omni Slash, but they can stick together, share this damage, so it's putting them at no threat at all. Shad will fall. Boom. He's tried to come in on the back, and he's still got the damage to finish FNG. FNG's going to live. They'll turn. They'll kill the Tiny as well.
And they held the chrono during all of this. They just had to use that rupture.
Just run him down.
And Limmp all the way up onto the high ground. Nico Baby.
I'll see what he wants to do. Still just holding on to that chrono. Doesn't need to use it. Over mid, Aramis looks like he was trying to cut creeps, but the creeps have passed him. They're bringing him in down the mid lane. Toby pops the Greaves. Nico Baby going in, diving these tier 4s. Celery's there with the swap out. Will save him.
They're so
Middle
tanky.
tower is under attack.
No threat either with that Tiny dead. Finally starting to be on the tier 3.
About again. Toby. Saved by the disruption.
10 seconds till Tiny.
20 seconds till Shad. A big damage output, and it's not going to be in the game. His Alliance can push on, really use this to their advantage. They're going to stick around. Nico Baby's starting to back away. Celery with the swap onto S4. They'll turn with the Magic Missile Purge as well. Toby's in with the skew onto the two of them. Toss comes out. S4 getting low. S4 trying to run, but the poison's too much. Nico Baby comes in with the chrono. There's the disruption save to keep Boom safe. Nico Baby turns his attention over the wall. Toby, the bashes are out, but Toby will live. Brings the pop. The Atos holds Boom in place, but they can't quite finish him off. Nico Baby turns over towards Shad. The Blade Fury popped to Shad. Chases on forward, looking to force Alliance back, and Alliance will back up.
No Omni Slash, no RP available, but they're still trying to chase forward here. Catch while S4 is dead.
See if they can burst Limmp. Still very tanky. Nico Baby time walks in for this. I'll cut across Shad with the Timber Chain. Control as well, but again, another save. Disruption's out. Toby going in with the skewer. Big chain across from Limmp. Chakram control onto Toby. Hanskin comes in with the stolen toss. Toby's out. There's Limmp now looking towards Celery. Celery trying to go for the TP out. FNG has the Ice Path. Lays it down through the trees. Cancels the TP. He'll be able to deal with the Ventures. Nico Baby jumps over, finds Aramis, comes back over.
Chased
to
too
get
far.
the finishing hit on Celery.
Chased a bit too far there. They still didn't have everything up and available. Now the RP is back, but they overcommitted a little bit too much there. Trying to take advantage of any of those cooldowns and of S4 being dead. But now back down the mid lane, Alliance.
Yeah,
got 20
moves
seconds.
From Alliance, and again, just Limp's Timber. It's proving to be a huge issue for Viking GG. They just cannot kill him.
Nope. 9, 0, and 10, playing it perfectly so far here.
Like, how do they take these fights? They have to sort of ignore him, but they can't because he's not ignoring them. He's killing them all. As Nico Baby, he's going to go in with Limmp yet again under the tier 4s. Shad popping the Manta to remove the silence. Boom. Held in place by the Atos. Boom. Swap back to safety, but the Fate Ball comes out. Boom. Dead for 50. He's out of the game. Alliance can continue to push onto these tier... past the tier 3s and onto the racks. This racks is gone. And the tier 2s are already all taken out. So Alliance, at 32 minutes, they can just move to a side lane, look for another. And Viking, they've got to somehow pull together a defense without their Tiny. And with Nico Baby still having that Aegis.
And Limmp is just, look at this, he's playing the blockade. He's not letting them pass by to catch those other heroes. S4 playing a lot more careful now because he knows they do have that kill threat.
Yeah, Toby's looking for an RP opportunity. Seeing what he can find. Shad does have the Omni Slash. If they get a big RP into Omni.
They're not clumping at all though. Look at the way Alliance is split up.
Celery trying to step forward, trying to sort of pull them together on one target. Nico Baby's going to jump over. They've found Celery again. The ATOS from Hanskin holds him in the blood right. Nico Baby picks up another kill, and Alliance, they're just getting away with taking these racks, and Viking GG cannot stop them. Aramis, he's out. Double kill for Nico Baby as they go over towards Chad. Boom, comes in with a combo. They'll burst Nico Baby down the ones. Aegis is gone, but Nico Baby's going to be back up, and Chrono is available. Toby going for the big skewer. The RP, he's caught him in the fountain. Nico Baby's dead. Toby's done it here with the RP and the skewer back. Again, Hanskin tries to hold them out. They get the ice pump and the macropire down onto all three of them. The bloodlight, they're burning low. Shad, he's got to run. He's got the Omni Slash, turns over towards Limmp. Limmp getting taken down low, but it's not going to be low enough. Limmp will live. Shad's got to be careful. Blade Fury used to get himself out of harm's way. But the damage has been done, Alliance. They got the second set of racks. And Limmp, he's still trying to fight. S4 stepping back. The Yules into the ice path. They'll hold back Toby. Dual Breath slows him down. The Shockwave pulls back S4 momentarily. Aramis, has he got any further catch? He's trying to keep the poison upon them. Chad goes over to it. FNG slows him down with the Diffusal. FNG with the Glimmer Cave Jukes. Aramis is looking for him, but FNG, he's headed elsewhere. Toby's still looking for the chase, and Aramis with the Blinkin does manage to find the setup. He's got the disruption. FNG should fall. He continues to do his best to play around with them. Another use of the Glimmer, but they've got the detection. They'll kill FNG.
And they got what they came for, really. Alliance gets the 2 sets of racks. They get the, you know, the very cheeky play there by Viking getting Nico Baby inside of the fountain there, but they got, you know, like we said, they got the big things that they were there for. And Viking, I think I saw the Tiny buy a full Aghanims here, but it's really feeling so hard for them to just take out, like, Timbersaw. Like, Limmp just literally runs past everything and doesn't care.
Yeah, the Timbersaw, the pick and the play, it's just one of those games where the final picks come in hot, and it's been played flawlessly. Yep. And you're just really feeling the power of it in this game. 10-0-13. Limmp couldn't be doing it any better here.
And we see the fear there. You know, Toby, he does get the RP. It gets stolen. Hanskin almost kind of turns things. If they didn't have that RP, maybe a couple more of them do die from the chase away. Yeah, proving to be still very hard for Viking. That's just the Juggernaut trying to carry everything here. And with 2 racks is down, that pressure constantly going to be on your side. So a lot of options that Alliance can go for here, and they just have a plethora of gold.
Look at that. Daedalus for Nico Baby, BKB for Limmp. So, I mean, you couldn't kill him before. With a BKB, he's invincible. Yep. He is invincible.
No more Soul Catcher to worry about. No more of these annoying stuns under tier 4s or inside of the fountain, maybe, perhaps. This is the GG BKB, the game-ending BKB that they're going for here to just close out and take that last racks. No money business.
All they got to do is do what they did down bottom again.
Yep.
And the state of the game hasn't really changed. Viking themselves not really finishing any major items between that last defense and this one.
No, just a tiny Aghanims, and I believe
Lotus was finished.
Lotus, yeah, I didn't see what the. I don't think Jug got any extra item just finished up yet. He just picked up a Demon Edge. Okay, so maybe that could maybe be a Rapier. Then he might have to go for. He's got the MKB queued up.
I mean, I feel like you got to start thinking about the Rapier. Yeah. Last game, there's definitely the feeling of, you know, Shad, you know, I wanted him to see him get the Rapier earlier. Obviously, that was a lot later in the game compared to this, but with the way that this game's going, you kind of need something major, it feels. You're down 15k, you're down 2 sets of racks, and you have little to no way of killing this Timbersaw.
He might not have time to get that, though, right?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, this is the GG push that Alliance is really looking for. They're looking to end the game in the next few minutes. Aramis, he's in the front lines, too. He gets caught. No buyback.
That's a big loss for the fight. The Shadow Demon's been pretty key for the holds that they've attempted, and now out of the game for 90 seconds, Aramis.
And a stolen disruption as well for the Rubik, so he's got extra ways to catch or just mess with even the Omni Slash that does come out.
Just go for this slow siege here.
Yep.
What are they going to do to stop it? If they step forward, Nico Baby's going to be in with the Chrono. The Celery.
He's got the lift.
He's dead. That's another hero down, no buyback. So Alliance now have 5 against 3. Looking to be very close to being on the verge of shutting this one down. Boom. Trying to slow things out with the Ags, but it's not going to work. The tier 3's out. Alliance there on the racks. Toby comes in with the RP onto the 2 of them, skewers them in, but there isn't any follow-up. The Chrono's out onto Shad. Shad, he needs to save. He's not going to get it with both supports out of the game. Nothing can be done to keep the Jug alive. Shad goes down. Toby is out, and Boom will shortly follow as 5 men out. 5 Viking GG hit the decks, and Alliance, they get the win. They get the win here in game 2. With that, the series is theirs. 2-0 for Alliance in this second game. They certainly came to win.